So I wanted a nice peaceful vibe, and this place feels like the perfect escape. This year's gone by so fast, and I'm so happy that I got to spend it with y'all. We have grown and showed up and showed out in so many magnificent ways, and I'm forever thankful for y'all. This is super cute. I felt like coming to this land was very nostalgic for us because this is a land that we do tend to frequent often. And I didn't get a chance to add this into my Vlogmas locations because things got a little sticky. I really love the vibe on this land and how they made sure that they kept everything very festive. However, they did go ahead and leave things in like a darker type vibe, and I do love that. I've come across so many lands this season that have this nice dark aesthetic, but just like a lot of the dark aesthetics, they have lots of lights going on. And then look at this. What? Stop playing. So yeah, I was super excited when I dropped down and saw that the land was still here. I'm always just like, I don't know how long the lands are gonna be here, so I always want to just try to see them as soon as I possibly can, because I'm not gonna I do be upset when I want to take y'all to a land and then I end up waiting too long and then the land goes away. It really bothers me. Because look at this beauty. We need to experience this. What's funny is I actually did a little bit of searching before I came across this place. I went into my landmarks and I don't know why I thought I had like all of these landmarks left over. I did not. We definitely did see a lot of these places already that I had wanted to see. So I was really excited about that we actually did see quite a few places that I had made landmarks for. Oh, look at the little reindeer. So I know I had talked to y'all about how I spent the holiday alone, and when I tell y'all, it was the best. I got to sleep in. I got to do all the things that I've been wanting to do for so long but weren't able to do it, and it felt so good to just really be able to be like, no. And not getting up early for what, you know? Y'all go ahead and do that and enjoy yourselves. But what's so funny is my son, he's not one of those pop up early to open up any gifts or anything like that. He's like, listen, I'm gonna get up when I get up, and then that's when we gonna do it. So they ended up calling me for a video chat. It was late as hell. I want to say it was like 2. It was late. Like they really took their time. And I really appreciate that because I did not want to have to get on a call early, but at the same time, I knew that if that was something that I definitely was willing to do. Come on now, because I'm trying to look at this, okay? I'm trying to look at this. This is a small house. And so everything worked out. It worked out exactly the way that I wanted it to work out. And at the end of the day, everybody was happy and I got to set a new boundary. And this definitely was not about setting a boundary for anybody else. This definitely was about setting a boundary for myself and just literally being like, you know what? Yeah, do what you want to do, what you feel is going to be best for you this time. You know, there'll be other times where other people will come first, but this time you can come first. And I really want for anybody who feels like they're in a space where they feel like they can't choose themselves or they don't feel comfortable choosing themselves, just do it. Just do it. Saying no to them is saying yes to you, and you should always want to say yes to you. That's always going to be the best thing for you, in my opinion, is really to just choose you. You know, when it comes to things where it's not going to have a negative effect on anyone other than them just like not getting their way, you know, not talking in a detrimental type space. You know, you gotta point that out nowadays. So it's just like, yeah, you know, it's okay to have some me time. You learn so much about yourself, like going through a process like this where you really can sit down with yourself and say, okay, you know what are the things that I like? What are the things that I dislike? What are the things that I want to stay the same? And what are the things that I want to change? And I feel like that type of self-introspection is always going to be needed for everyone, always, because sometimes you can definitely lose sight of what's going to be best for you because you're too busy putting other people in front of you, whether it's your kids or a job or a significant other or just anybody, family, friends, anybody other than you. You definitely can put yourself in, okay, now it's me on the TV. I know that's right. you definitely can put yourself in a position where you end up neglecting yourself inadvertently. And that's what we don't want to do. We're not doing it in 2026. We're not doing it. No more neglecting us. We're going to put ourselves first. Like I said, there will be times where you're going to choose to do something for the betterment of somebody else, and you're not going to necessarily come first. But the bulk of what you should be doing is taking care of you first, because in the words of my child, how you gonna take care of somebody else and you not taking care of yourself? And no words have rang truer when I tell you from the mouths of babes, as they say. Nowadays, society will try to put parameters on you and make you feel a certain type of way about caring for yourself and caring about yourself above others. And I do feel like that is very detrimental to a lot of people's mental health. If everything you're seeing and everything you're hearing is just people telling you how you're supposed to put everybody else in front of you, or you're supposed to do things that are for the betterment of other people as opposed for doing things for yourself, when it's time for you to do things for yourself, you're going to feel guilty because you're going to feel like that's not what you should be doing, when that's absolutely what you should be doing. I feel like the way the world is right now, they would love for everybody to have mental health issues so that people would really feel some type of way about taking care of themselves. There's already so much mental illness in this world, unfortunately, and I definitely feel like society does perpetuate a lot of it. Self-care is something that definitely will help with a lot of mental health issues. Of course, depending on what your mental health issue is coming from, self-care really does help. When you are feeling down, when you're feeling a certain type of way about yourself, just taking care of yourself and taking time out for yourself, it definitely does make a world of difference when it comes to your self-esteem. And that is something that I feel like nobody talks about enough. They don't really talk about it enough. I've been on TikTok and I pay a lot of attention to the things that I see on social media, and it's a lot of people that are just like, oh, well, I'm just not that type of girl. And I'm guilty. I used to say that too. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not that girly girl that do this and do that. But why not? I don't think that it's a bad thing. And I never said it as though it was a bad thing, but I felt like I told myself, like, you're just not that type of girl. And it's like, but you are. This whole holiday season, I sat and I did a whole lot of self-introspection, and I'm like, but you are. You like those things. You just will feel down about something, and so you're not putting forth the effort that you should, and you can, and that you want to. So in return, you tell yourself, I'm just not that type of person. Yeah, you are. Now, there are a lot of people that just are not that type of person, but me, yeah, I am. I love a good lash. I love a good nail. I love a good pedicure. I love a good glass of champagne with my foot in the little spa and doing all of those things while watching a nice movie. I like that. I love a cute outfit at a nice destination with nice vibes and beautiful music. But when I'm in a space where I'm not feeling the best mentally, yeah, I don't like any of those things. Everyone deserves to live the life that they want to live unapologetically. And so if you are somebody that feel like, I don't want to do this because I don't want people to think this way, we're not caring about what other people think. We only caring about what we think. So put that shit on. Do that thing, go to that place, and just live your life the way that you know that you really deep down inside want to live your life, and do it unapologetically. It's always easier said than done, but it's really one of those things. When I pay attention to the things that are going on in the world, I just feel like, listen, go ahead and do what you're gonna do, because that's what the hell everybody else doing. And so I'm not about to tell anybody like, no, make sure that this is this, that, we're adults. So we know we got to make sure everything is taken care of before, you can really invest in the things that you want to invest in. Do that. Make sure the work is done before you have fun. And I don't feel like that's a crazy concept to wrap your mind around. I feel like that's like common sense. We're living in a world where so much is changing on a daily basis, and we're forced to change with it whether we want to or not. So it's just really one of those things where it's like you have to take care of you always, because nobody else is gonna do it. If not you, then who? And the answer is not a damn person. So as we go into 2026, I want y'all to remember that it's a brand new year with brand new possibilities and an indefinite amount of time to choose you every day.